Good evening everyone, welcome back to the Rail Advent Twitch channel. Hope you're all having a nice Christmas Eve. Today we are looking at a newly released reskin for the Bossman Games Bullied Light Pacific by JRS. They've managed to reskin Taw Valley into its previous guise, Hogwarts Express. We're going to take it from Fort William to Mallaig, see how far we get. Good evening Foxred buddy, hope you're doing okay. Right, let's get set up. Hello Reverb, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Glad you could join us. Right, let's let the passengers on here. So yes, as I was saying, they've reskinned it into Hogwarts Express, complete with Hogwarts Railways branding on the tender. Obviously, Alton Hall did make the cut in Harry Potter, but this was a backup, I believe. I'm doing very well, thank you, Reverb. Good evening to Sugar Rush as well, that's just popped in. Right, so we are ready to go. Passengers are on. We've got permission to pass the signal at danger. Yes, it is the Harry Potter train being run over the exact route as well. We'll be going over Glenfinnan Viaduct. So once again, we have got stops to make at Glenfinnan and Mallaig, but if you want to stop anywhere else, then let me know. They're only in for the points and pathing. Thank you very much for that 5 bits there, Sugar Rush, and a Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you have a nice day. This reskin is free to download from the Jordan's Railway Simulator Facebook page. All you need is the 4 Bossman Games Bullied Light Pacific pack. I have no idea what I'm getting for Christmas, Sugar Rush. It's all a complete surprise. Any idea what you're getting? Well, it's all a big surprise, then you can find out tomorrow. Get up to the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Now you'll, if you aren't aware of the line, then you'll soon find out this is a very hilly and steep gradient line, so Got to keep an eye on that pressure and water gauges. So we've got to come through Banavi platform quite slow because there's a 5 mile/hour speed limit. So sort of find some break because it looks like there's a signal coming up. Don't want any spads to add to that ever going list. So for anyone just joining us, we are currently driving 34027 Taw Valley in its Hogwarts Express, guys. So we'll come to a stop here at Banavi. Good evening, John. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Right, how is our passengers doing at getting on? Still boarding at the minute. Good to hear you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you as well. So, are you nearly ready for the big day tomorrow? Right, passengers are all boarded. We can now start the climb. Yeah, there's only so much you can prepare for, isn't there, John? Yes, I believe Santa's coming to everyone as well this year. There's no naughty list, is there, according to Tesco? Right, just wait till we get out over this bridge and then we can start to speed back up again. I don't think I'm on the naughty list now. I haven't spadded that much or sped anyway. That's for sure. We can now speed up to 40, but there is a 25 just coming up as well, so don't speed up too much. Right, 40 mile an hour is coming back, so we can definitely speed up now. We got our injectors on, yes we do. Bring this down a bit. We won't stop here at Colpack, we'll go straight through, but we do need to slow down for 10 mile an hour. Here we are at Colpack. With the sea just right next to here. So for those just joining us, we've just gone through Colpack on the West Highland Line. We're currently driving 34027 Taw Valley. We're taking it to Mallaig, but it is in the newly released Hogwarts Express reskin by JRS, which is a free reskin available on his website, on his Facebook page, sorry. Especially with this one, John, it's quite an advanced loco, so definitely no time for a paddle. Have you got it on Train Sim then, John, or have you seen it in real life? Oh, that would have been a good experience then. What are they like on the footplate? I've heard they get quite hot very quickly, especially on this class of loco. Anyway. Yeah, not very easy conditions to work in, I'm sure. Right, we've left the town behind now, so time to get up into the hills. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing pictures of it visiting actually, yes, as you say. Slow that down a little bit. But yeah, this is the easy part of the route. There's quite a lot of steep climbs coming up. At least it's a nice day for it, it's not raining like it normally is in Scotland. I've visited once back in 2018, John. It's a lovely land to visit anyway. Definitely one to go back to when all of this COVID has gone away. Soon get up to 55 now after Loch Isle. That's a good shout as well, yeah, that's a good time for a save. Made good progress so far. Would be a shame to miss it, lose it. Oh, that's good to hear as well. Getting more people in as volunteers. That's what these railway needs, isn't it now? So if you've got any questions about the loco, or the route in fact, then let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. But if you are just joining us, then we are taking 34027, Taw Valley in its newly released Hogwarts Express guise, for a spin. It is available on the JRS or Jordan's Railway Simulator Facebook page for free. All you need to play this for yourself is the route, and you also need the Bossman games like Pacific. Of course, you only need the route if you want to run it on the Fort William to Mallaig section. You don't need that if you're going to put it on the west coast or whatever. Yeah, it's always a shame when you bring in a loco for a visit and it has problems, isn't it? It is. It's back in Steam on the Taw Valley Railway, John. It's just doing heritage stuff though now. Not. It's not on the main line anymore. Right, with 7 miles to go, I think we'll take a stop at the next station. Well, it looks like we've got plenty of pressure ready for the big hills coming up. We've got a good amount of water as well, so all has the good signs. Just got to put it into practice now. There we go. Passengers on. So for anyone that's just joining us, these are the details you get. Obviously you got it in the red paint scheme, as well as the Hogwarts Railways branding and the updated nameplate. Right, that's the carriages closed. Yes, it is Taw Valley in disguise, isn't it? I think red actually suits this loco very well. So I think what we'll do is just before we get to the big steep inclines of Glenfinnan, I think we'll fill up the boiler a bit more, get some water in there so it's we're not adding cold water into it. It's a bit tight around here, you can't really use this camera because you keep getting hit with the trees. It's hit and miss. You either love Scotsman's colour or you don't, isn't it really? I don't mind it, but I'd prefer it in... I think it'd look nice in some apple green without its smoke deflectors. But we'll see what the NRM do with it. Let's ease off the accelerator there because we're doing 60. Although we are going up in a 1 in 90, so that speed will easily just drop off. It is, yes, back in York. Oh no, it's not. It's at the East Lancashire Railway undergoing winter maintenance. Jordan's Railway Simulator, thank you very much for that follow. Just have to say this is a very nice reskin, you've done a good job on it. Definitely looks the part up here with its matching stock. You're most welcome. Thank you for making this reskin, really. As you can see on the HUD, we are now beginning the long climb. Oh, that had definitely finished the job off just nicely if it's got some matching coaches as well. Won't even know where to start with a reskin. You guys have put a lot of effort into it, so won't know where to start. So this is currently a 1 in 60 gradient. So we're coming up to Glenfinnan Viaduct now. Right, let's get some more water in the boiler now we're on the flat. I've probably just been reasonable with the coaches really, I've only put 7 on. I think the Jacobite runs with either 6 or 7. I don't think we'd be so successful if we took 13 off it or something like that. Come to us. Ease off the accelerator as we're approaching Glenfinnan Viaduct now. I think this is a perfect spot for a screenshot anyway, since it's nice and sunny. Maybe we'll look at doing it. It'd be quite fun to see at what point it struggles. There it is. Now comes the difficult challenge of getting up to actually Glenfinnan Station. There we go, nice little screenshot there. If my memory serves, it goes very, very steep before the station, so... Yeah, we are missing a flying car, aren't we there, really? But it's good to have this sort of engine in the game. Looks like a fun start out of Glenfinnan as well. I sure can send you that screenshot. I'll send it once we've finished the stream for you. So there's a water tower on that side, but not this side, I don't believe. No, I don't think so. Got the passengers on here. The good news is we're nearly at the top now, I believe. I haven't got 4 to go, I don't think. There we go, passengers are on. there we go, we've managed to get out of Gwenfin, and that's a start. Yes, I'll post that for you actually, Jordan. I think Nightbot's not liking that link, but I'll post it in for you now. Right, so as we climb up the 1 in 60 out of Glenfinnan, we are currently with 3427 Taw Valley in its Hogwarts Express guys. For those that are just joining us, this reskin is free, and you can get it from Jordan's Railway Simulator by clicking this link. It's free, and all you need is the base Bossman Games Bullied Like Pacific add-on. So we are 23.5 miles away from Mallaig now. This bit's more twisty-turny up and downy now, rather than the first section. Right, let's pick up the pace a little bit now we're on the flat. Doing well for water and coal as well, so I think we'll easily make it to Mallaig. A very steep downhill section now. Let's keep an eye on that speed. plunged into darkness as we approach the turkey limit. One in 50 downhill now. I could photograph this engine all day. It's quite striking in the all green backdrop. So for anyone that's just joining us, welcome. Glad you could join us on Christmas Eve. We're currently heading towards Mallaig with 34027 Taw Valley, which is in its newly released Hogwarts Express livery by Jordan's Railway Simulator. It's a free reskin. All you need is the base Bossman Games Bullied Lap Pacific add-on. Good shout. It feels like a while since we saved it, and we have made it up to Glenfinnan, so that's worthy of a save itself. So we're now 20 miles away from Mallaig. We can stop anywhere en route, so if you want to see more detail of a particular station, then let me know. Or if we can get some sort of reflection somewhere down here of the engine. It's a shame the steam doesn't reflect, but a nice screenshot nonetheless. Yeah, it doesn't do it with any of the other steam, I don't think, so it's not an issue with the pack, I don't think. More of a train sim issue. But it's okay because the trees reflect. So the first section was a lot more hilly. This is more curvy and downhill as we head back towards the sea now. Definitely one of the trips I want to do in the future when we can get to more railways is go on the Jacobite, because very scenic indeed. Oh, we've made good progress. We've kept our pressures up. Got good boiler water levels, good coal. Not quite sure where the next station is on this line. Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. We're not too far from the next stop. But yes, this is the entire map. There is Glenfinnan in the middle. So you can see this is a bit more straighter and uphill. This is a lot more curvier. So I think we'll come to a stop at the next station. So we haven't stopped since Glenfinnan. Oh, I didn't know how they did the headboards, so I guess it's either you have all of them on just the one of them, I guess. Which one did you overwrite? So stop here. Ah, yeah, that's a shame, but understandable, really. If it maybe was the case that you could override it just for this reskin, then perhaps that might have been useful, but a bit difficult. But as you say, if you make a child object for it, then you might be able to make one, which would be nice to see. Right, so while we take a pause here for passengers to get on and off, I'm going to go and grab a quick drink, and I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everybody. I'm all refueled. Taw Valley's ready to go. So we have 50 miles left to go to Mallaig. So we just have over 14 miles to go now to Mallaig. And if you are just joining us, then we are driving before 027 Taw Valley in its Hogwarts Express livery. It's available as a pre-reskin, newly released by Jordan's Railway Simulator. It's available on their Facebook page here. All you need to run this loco is the Bossman Game Bullet Black Pacific add-on. Then you are good to go. Get some water in ready for this next steep incline. Looks like we're set to go over another viaduct down this corner. It's quite difficult to keep control of the speed on these steep downhills. 1 minute you're doing 35 the speed limit, and then the next you're doing 50. Try and keep the speed up here as we go up the 1 in 60-ish. No, 1 in 48 in fact. Yeah, it's not an easy piece of land to drive actually. Try and keep about 34-ish and then we'll be good. Could do us if we can keep to this. Like our next stop is Beesdale. What's everyone got planned for tomorrow then? I know you can't probably do very much with the current restrictions in England, especially. But definitely a time for a rest and a day off at least. Yeah, Christmas is just normally a given time for just eating, isn't it? Everything's okay as long as you've got plenty of food. Right, come to a stop here. The back end of the train on this time. Are you opening your presents in bed then as well? If you're having breakfast in bed as well? How are we looking? Still taking on passengers? Yep. Oh, of course presents has to come into it. I remember Sugar Rush didn't want to run down to McDonald's down in on the East Coast mainland scenario we did. There's definitely not one nearby up here anyway. It's a fantastic reskin, Jordan. You'll put a lot of effort into it. I hope people are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying it anyway. Yes, if anyone's watching and wants to download the reskin we're playing here, then you can download it via the Jordan's Railway Simulator Facebook page by clicking here. It's free to download. All you need is the base Bossman Games Fully Dark Pacific pack. I certainly will. I'll send you a message on Facebook and decide what the best way around getting them all sent to you is. another downhill section, so we'll ease off that regulator. Eight miles to go now to Mallaig. So down for 30 mile an hour. This route always seems a little laggy to me, no matter which computer I've played on it. Obviously a lot of trees around to draw in, or a lot of scenery. First time for a while the AWS has gone off. Know that for a fact. Has anybody ever done the Jacobite then before? I know it's a long way from home for me anyway. Getting into this platform this time. Let the passengers on. It's definitely on my bucket list, Foxer and Buddy. As you can see, it's full of scenery and steep inclines to make the engines work hard. That was a nice quick stop. I believe. Is there a bridge around this way? I can't remember. We'll stay this side and then we know where the train is. Nightbot there being over enthusiastic on the word "ho" and "huge." But yes, he's done a good job on the tender crest. Very detailed. So welcome to those that have just joined. We are currently heading towards Mallaig with 3427 Taw Valley in its Hogwarts Express guise. This is a newly released reskin for Train Sim by Jordan's Railway Simulator. It's a free reskin. You can pick it up via his Facebook page. All you need is the base Bossman Games Fully Black Pacific add-on. Merry Christmas to you, to PSO 142001. Hope you have a good day. Gone back to trees right next to the line. Can't really get to the side. We must be nearly out the worst of the tight bends as we have a 50 mph speed limit coming up. Yes, Reverb, we are just 5.5 miles outside Mallaig now, so we've eaten the miles up. Says it's going to take about another 15 minutes or so to get to Mallaig. So I'm guessing the speed limit does go down again, as we can see on the HUD, 30 miles an hour. That's okay, Reverb. If you're tired, then feel free. You don't need to stay here if you're tired. Ah yes, we got a 30, a 15, a 30 and a 10 coming up. And then a 40 as we go through more. Yeah, it's a really good route for good scenery and good views. Especially with a steam engine on the front, you can get some nice screenshots as well. We'll let gravity take our speed down, ready for the 30. Oops. Perhaps a little close to the line side there, but it's train sim, we can do what we like. So as we approach the next station, we are now just 3.5 miles outside Mallaig. So if you've just joined us, we're taking the Hogwarts Express reskin by Jordan's Railway Simulator, available from this link. It's a free reskin and shows off what Taw Valley looked like when they were filming Harry Potter. Obviously Alton Hall was used, but this was definitely repainted as maybe a spare or an alternative. Really nice to see this in the game, and the best thing of all, it's free. So if you've got the pack from Bossman Games, then there's no reason really to not have this in your library of trains to drive. I believe this is our last stop before Mallaig now. Come to this big rock here to see it depart the station. Only issue is, can't see whether the doors are shut. There's the doors. Let's go back to our little rock. Looks like we are indeed going backwards at the minute. Go back to the rock, I think it's about to go forward. Come on. That's it. We've been up steeper. We are going. Yeah, Jordan, this looks really good. I'm not surprised you're really happy with it. Yeah, well, struggling a touch out of here. Although we are increasing. It doesn't bother me, Pacer 14201. If people are just happy to sit there and watch, it doesn't matter. It's glad some people can come and join us to show off this reskin by Jordan. Yeah, this is probably not the place to bring your 13 carriages, perhaps, Foxbred Buddy. There we go. They sure do all look very nice. I do find though that some colours make engines look better than others. I think red looks lovely on an engine. Shame not more of them are actually painted red. So we're just 2.5 miles now away from Mallaig. Yeah, they look alright in black, but like maybe the Ivet 2, like at the Taw Valley, that looks very nice in red, or Bahamas in its green. It's nice to have that variety, in my opinion. Now that's a very interesting proposition there, Jordan. I'm sure that'd look very nice. Yeah, it seems narrow gauge seems to tend to go towards different colours, and then as you go into standard gauge, it's mainly all BR black, really. Right, here we are, Mallaig. Well, this is true. If it's BR black, then the soot doesn't show up as much, does it? Have you got a red hair too, Sugar Rush? Here we are, just arriving into the port of Mallaig. Famous for its fish. I'm going to save this just in case it all goes wrong at the end. Oh yeah, some locos for some special events look nice when they're all grubby and in work condition. You're more than welcome, Jordan. I'm glad I've given it some publicity for you. Try not to ruin it right at the end. I was busy wondering what to stream tonight, and I saw this pop up on Facebook and thought it slipped just right in. Right, there we go, that is Mallaig. So while we let the passengers off, I just thought I'd tell you more about the loco. If you are interested in downloading it, it is a free reskin for the Bossman Games Bullied Lap Pacific. You can buy it from the Jordan's Railway Simulator Facebook page here. It is free, so go and download it. It's very, very impressive. So that brings us to the end of this scenario and the end of this stream. I'd just like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas for tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed this one, and we will be back at some point, perhaps over the festive period, with another look at another loco if it's available. But thank you all very much for watching today, and I'll see you all very soon. No problems, Jordan. Hope you have a very nice Christmas, as the same to Sugar Rush Pace on 4201 and Fox Red Buddy. So I'll see you all again very soon.